From their horrid start to the new season to bringing things back somewhat, the Lakers have done a decent job in trying to stop the rot. However, they keep getting hindered on their road to recovery for one reason or the other, the latest of which was referee Eric Lewis. Well, there can only be one king in every place. In the NBA, that's LeBron James. And you better not upset the king. It's almost never a good idea.
Look easy. And then a three-point opportunity after the turnover by Kuzma, giving the Lakers a chance to go up.
But that's not how the NBA referees in the Lakers games against the Celtics were looking at things. They appeared to have missed out on an important call which could have turned the game around in the favor of LeBron James and the Lakers. And James was not happy about that. He reacted quite angrily towards the referees immediately after they failed to make the call.
In our game, overtime is next.
But to no avail. To make matters a lot worse, the Lakers went on to lose the game, which agitated the four-time NBA champion even further. And if there's one thing we know about the King, it's that he will make sure to let you know if he's agitated with something. That's exactly what he did. He made his feelings known about the ref's call and kept on complaining even after the game.
No, I don't get into that. I mean, our organization decided they want to do that, that's cool, but it ain't gonna change.
It's quite normal for a player to keep complaining if a decision doesn't go in their favor, but this isn't just any player, it's the King. So it's bound to bring some serious heat toward the officials when LeBron starts talking about it. And unlike many other superstar rants, I think this one from LeBron was clearly justified. There were just a few seconds left in the game. The score between the Lakers and the Celtics was tied at 105-105. To make the stakes even higher, it was a crunch game as the Lakers were coming fresh off a win against the San Antonio Spurs.
Thomas Bryant, taken out by LeBron. Here comes the train down the track all the way to score.
Well, you want to get out in transition. The best way is to...
The problem with their season so far, other than the abysmal start, of course, has been the momentum. They just can't seem to get a good run going. It's one step forward and two steps backward. And in such a scenario, it's important to get in that habit of winning. So a W could have done wonders for them. And in that crunch moment, LeBron James, as usual, was rushing toward the basket and tried a layup in the last few seconds. If that had gone in, the Lakers would have won the game. But right as he was about to attempt the layup, Tatum took a real good swipe at his arm. The move was clearly illegal and prevented the King from making the layup. LeBron and many others inside the court clearly thought that the referees should have brought the game back and awarded a couple of free throws to the Lakers. But that never happened, and the game had to go into overtime to get a result.
This is terrible. Wow, clear foul on Tatum.
Unsurprisingly, the Lakers weren't happy about it, especially LeBron. The four-time NBA champion literally had a meltdown on the floor. He just lost his cool out there. The whole Lakers side did, in fact. As Tatum ran out with the ball, with the buzzer going out to signal the end of regulation time, LeBron just went into this fit of rage. He started throwing his arms up in the air, repeatedly holding his head in disbelief. And then eventually he fell onto his knees and almost put his head on the ground.
Replay serves no purpose in our game. Overtime is next.
The other Lakers players were also visibly enraged by the decision. Patrick Beverley picked up a technical foul as well for challenging the referees directly. Although I can't really blame the officials for that. Pat literally brought a camera to Eric Lewis to show him that there in fact was a foul. Definitely not something you want to do in a situation like this.
With the camera, I mean, just ridiculous. And Eric Lewis rightfully tees him up.
However, it's common for emotions to run high when you're wronged so badly. Believe me when I say this, there's no way the refs made the right call here. Not a single way. Like whenever LeBron is running into the paint like that, there's very little chance of stopping him without fouling him. And Tatum was never as close to him to get the ball off him legally. That's besides the fact that it was an apparent foul that could have easily been spotted. And it's quite frustrating, but not as frustrating as how drastically this bad call changed the course of a game.
don't understand what we're doing, and I watch basketball every single day. I watch these games every single day, and I don't see it happening to nobody else. It's just weird.
You see, rather than being given a foul in their favor, the Lakers ended up with a technical foul given to Beverly for his antics and protest. That meant that the Boston Celtics would start the overtime in the lead, and that advantage stuck with them as the game finished 125-121 in favor of the side from Boston. That's the most frustrating part about the ref's failure to spot a foul. It led the Celtics to win a game that the Lakers should have won comfortably, and the Lakers deserved to win it too, but the last-minute decision that went against their favor just knocked the stuffing out of them. More than not getting the winning points, the decision completely busted their morale, and they just never recovered from that in overtime.
The challenge, Jeff, not having it after a successful challenge. Right, but they wouldn't be able to challenge that anyway because it's a non-call.
But to be honest, that's just how the season has gone for the purple side of Los Angeles. Things just can't seem to go their way. One way or the other, they just keep ending up with more and more setbacks. And LeBron seems to agree. After such a controversial call, it was obvious that the media was going to talk about it once we were done with the game. And sure enough, that was the first question the reporter asked LeBron after the game. A devastated-looking James responded to the reporter in disbelief that it's just difficult for him to comprehend. He went on further to say that it's not just about the call in this game. That's how things have been for them throughout this season so far. There have been a lot of games where the refs have missed out on some important late calls. He said that the Lakers had the game in the bag and the decision from the refs turned it around. The former Cleveland man also referred to their recent game against Dallas where a similar foul wasn't called, which could have won them the game. The King shared his frustration and said that he just couldn't understand what the officials had been doing because he can't see it happening to other teams. This sort of stuff only happens to the Lakers. The Lakers head coach Darvin Ham was also quite perplexed by the decision and said that the best player on earth can't get a single call in his favor, and he finds that actually amazing. He said that he tries not to blame the officiating too much, but these sort of calls make it difficult not to. But if that wasn't enough, to make matters a lot worse, Eric Lewis admitted to getting the call wrong. To increase the frustration of the Lakers further, the referees officiating their game against the Celtics accepted that missed a clear foul. Eric Lewis personally admitted to the mistake as the NBA referee's Twitter account released a statement. The statement mentioned getting such an important call wrong as a gut-wrenching feeling for them. The post on Twitter went on to say that like everyone else, referees can also make mistakes. And they made one with the foul from Tatum on James in the climax of the game. They also mentioned that they will strive to do better as officials in the future, but I'm not sure how much all of that will help the Lakers now. Well, that's all, folks. Let's see if the Lakers can get some of these decisions to go their way in the future. See you all in the next video.